Yo, 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 good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Let's go over here. Get this rocking and rolling. All right, we should be good to go. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. I don't know if anybody was up for London. So I know some people are, some people aren't. Just depending on where you're at in the world. But yeah, we had a great setup, in my opinion, over London on NQ. I just wanted to go over it really quick so you guys can at least see I guess what you'd want to see or what you'd be looking for, you know, in the market. So on the 1 hour time frame, we had this formation right here. This is the 2022 model pretty much to a T. You had a run on liquidity right here, and then you had price displace lower, fair value gap, market structure shift below the low, pulled back into the gap, tapped off of this last up close candle, and then sold off, took out the low. So that was pretty much a perfect 2022 model. We are waiting on news, by the way. We got Jolt's job openings coming here in about 4 minutes or so. But I just wanted to show that in terms of like where you would have got in on even a smaller time frame, 15-minute. You know, I would have played a setup like this, probably not entering off of the beginning or off the 15-minute time frame. I would have wanted to wait for price to respect this area and then start displacing lower, dropping down to the 1 minute, which would have been. So right in here as price was pulling back up, this was that 15-minute order block. Taps off that, respects, and then you see price displace lower. So where I would have wanted an entry would have probably been right here. Once price finally started displacing lower, respecting that 15-minute breaker, market structure shifting again below this low, price came back up again for value gap. So these are a lot of times like the trades that, not a lot of times, but sometimes we've been getting left behind on. This would have been one where it actually did come back later in London session. But that's usually what we're looking to capitalize on as a setup just like this. So it was pretty beautiful from the pretty much any time frame you were looking at all the way up to the 1 hour. But yeah, now we are keeping our eye on this price action. Let me drop back down here to the 5 minute. So I want to see if this is going to respect and hold. Obviously, we got, like I said, Jolt's job openings coming here in 3 minutes, 2 minutes. So we got Jolt's job openings, consumer confidence. We already had whatever the hell this is, S&P CS Composite 20 HP. Okay. Looks like some yearly earnings reports, but those came out bearish for indices. Okay. That came out an hour ago. So we're waiting on this news release, guys. Otherwise, you know, maybe could justify getting long here, but I just don't want to get in before the news and then have this thing, you know, spike down and then run us out and then continue up. So just gonna let the news get past. But in terms of what I'm expecting today, it's kind of going to depend on what we do here with this news release. I do believe on the 1 hour, 4 hour, we could be headed up to this inefficiency up here, this 4 hour fair value gap, which is why I would be comfortable hunting longs if we can get a great setup for one, which is why I marked out that 5 minute fair value gap. I like this 5 minute fair value gap because we already have moved up through this high. And currently we're, you know, holding this displacement through the high lined up with this breaker right here. So we got a low, high, lower low. So this actually did hold. This was the London 2022 model. So you'd have got in, let's say here or here, targeting this low. And now we see price kind of using that same area inversely. So let's see what the news brings. If this thing can shoot price up, or even down a little bit deeper into this fair value gap, that's fine. If we see this respect ultimately, though, I'm going to want to, if we displace up, I'm going to want to get long. And then we're going to look to target that 4 hour inefficiency, which is going to be essentially us targeting this 4 hour high right here. Come on, guy. There you go. Beauty. So that's what I'd like to target if we do end up getting long here. Let's see. We got right now. News just came out. Not too shabby, folks. Came down. Did we hit consequent encroachment of this gap? This is the 1 minute chart. Ooh, looks close. Not quite. So yeah, if we can hold this and it doesn't just sweep and come right back, I wouldn't mind getting long on this. Wherever this turns around, I'm going to fib this up. I believe OTE will line up with basically this order block here. I would not enter a long if it just in one candle came all the way back down here. To me, that would be looking like a sweep. A wick on a slightly higher time frame. But yeah, it looks like we're headed up strong. So as soon as it starts pulling back, this is what I'm anticipating. Once it starts pulling back, guys, we'll look to get long. If we tap into that 4-hour fair value gap and that high, then we're just gonna wait for some bearish PD raise to form. So right here, if we got this entry, we're inside of this inefficiency about 50%, and then we got this 2 consecutive down close candles right off the high of this order block that we'd be playing off of inside OTE. But I do like this. So I'm going to set a limit order for right now. Buy limit. Okay. So I'll delete it if we take out this high right here. But yeah, order block here. Filled this 5-minute fair value gap, bounced off that 5-minute breaker, as you guys can see right over here. So this would be nice. Would like to get this. This would obviously be, I'd say really a TP1, to be completely honest with you. And then from there we could hold for, if there's anything else up here. It's really just a big inefficiency. If you guys remember, this was that day it just tanked. So in reality, we could target this entire fair value gap as kind of a runner, so to speak. I take it nobody caught the London move though. Oh, come on, don't go up there yet. Don't go up there yet. Get back here. ES 4-hour. Yeah, we've got ES pretty much leading the charge here between these two. What does Dow Jones look like? Yeah, we're still headed for that buy side. Believe that'll get taken out. Yeah, it doesn't bother me if we get right up to it. Just don't want to see it puncture it. To me, this would just look like a equal high with that 4-hour high. Me too. Did you say you would be looking for shorts? Yeah. I mean, I'll wait for, a PD rate to form. I will say I don't know if this would yield any sort of immediate reaction or if we dig, if we'd really start digging deep into that fair value gap. Yeah, that little wick in would have been fine with me. I just didn't want to see price really start digging into that fair value gap, which looks like it is. You bitch. All right, guys, I'm going to delete this for now. I might keep this little markup here. Wherever this does turn around, I'll just anchor it to the high. Just in case price comes back, starts, respecting and then displacing back up on the 1 minute, we can find an entry there. But at this point, we've reached that point of interest. Let me send this in the Discord, I guess, too. But yeah, primarily I'm favoring shorts now. Going up to this 4-hour time frame, you got to think we have this huge displacement down, market structure shifting below the recent 4-hour low. So we are bearish in terms of this structure. We had the 4-hour market drift up bullish, which basically just took out this high right here, and then we saw price market structure shift again the very next day. So we are bearish, fibbing this up, swing high to swing low. We're right inside OTE right now. Yeah, macro ends in 3 minutes now, 2.5 minutes. Yeah, macro did its thing. I mean, yeah, it's tough. I mean, it looks like there was a good entry for this move up. Funny enough, here's market open right here on this candle. This tiny little candle right here. That's market open, and then very next candle comes down, essentially fills in the rest of this inefficiency. Goes up, so maybe, if anything, this entry could have made sense if you were trading right at opening bell. However, I don't think it came back to discount. I would just use this price leg right here. Oh, I guess it did. Didn't look like it did. Maybe if I anchored to this one, what did it look like? Yeah, still did. Wow. Crazy. So yeah, if you were trading right at opening bell, this entry would have made a lot of sense. Displacing back up, headed for that 4-hour gap. Took this high, never looked back. Yeah, I used that breaker. I used this breaker twice. This breaker was put in beginning of London session. We took the high, displaced lower, had that 2022 model set up, sold off, took the low. Here we are, folks. So we shall wait, folks. We shall wait. And while we wait, looks like oil yesterday. Oops. Where are we at? So I know someone had mentioned that there was a bank holiday yesterday, so oil doesn't move much, and that was pretty. I would say that was pretty true because we came into that OT and just chopped around all day, and then this was all from London session. So we got equal highs right here. We just swept. Wow, just swept those lows. Wow. That looks nice. Oh, here's what sticks out to me looking at this chart is 3-minute time frame. Oops. No, get over here. Is this right here, which is what we're coming back to as we speak. Problem is there's an inefficiency a little bit lower. 1-minute time frame. You could do the same thing here. What we've been seeing though lately, at least on the indices, is we're seeing these little bit higher time frames hold more weight, obviously, than this. So we've been left behind a couple of times, refining too much. This is obviously oil. We'll see. Just came up into this 5-minute bearish fair value gap, and we're respecting, so we'll see. I guess we'll have to tape read this one. But yeah, I guess what I do see here, 15-minute, we took out all these lows. This is all the lows from yesterday. Came back up, wicked, closed inside here on the 15-minute. So yeah, this does look bullish, and we got equal highs up here. Low resistance liquidity run. So this looks good. I wouldn't mind getting long. I will say this though, if price does come down here, what would this look like? Okay. So yeah, I could get away with one contract here, order block, fair value gap entry in discount here on oil, targeting that high. Buy limit. So yeah, this will be pretty much our first live trade on oil. Everything else has just kind of been marked up and revisited later. But we are below equilibrium. So yeah, I like oil. Let me go ahead and send this bad boy. We did come off that daily fair value gap, remember, keep in mind, so. And we just hit a daily fair value gap. How about that? Delete this, delete this. Delete this buy limit. Let's go take a peek at some. I would say even before a fair value gap forms, I would use this order block as a entry. Why? It came down, filled the 5-minute fair value gap, and now we're market structure shifting back up with displacement, so I would be totally cool with that. And my stop would go below the low. Same target. Create limit order. I'll do 2. All right. Buy limit, modify this. I'm going to go to 1 probably because I'm going to be moving this up. to right here. Same stop loss. Same stop loss. We got everything covered. Does dig into the risk reward a little bit. That's all right. Got a 1 to 2. Fair value gap right here. Used as our entry with confluence with the breaker. And then we still have that 5-minute order block here. That would be kind of our last line of defense for this trade. Yeah, I really like how we look on the 15. I just got triggered in. I'm only taking this on the top step account. I'm just, getting a feel for it. But all the back testing we've done on oil has been really good. I just really like the way that this has formed here. Yeah, so to me, the next draw is for sure up there. But we'll see. We'll see, right? I'm in. Still waiting to see if NQ is going to do anything over here. Remember, we got this 5-minute order block down here. And we got one little 1-minute gap down here. But that's why our stop is below. There we go. 20 seconds till the turn of the new 30. DXY alert just triggered. Not disappointed in the oil trade. I'm glad that we've delivered thus far. We've gotten a 1-to-1 out of it. Obviously, I only did one contract, so I didn't do any partialing at all. I'm just holding it to target. Hopefully, we get there. Not really much else to say. This is a slow trade. It's taking a while, which is a little sad, but hopefully we'll be just fine. They did. DXY is pushing lower yet. Surprised that oil hasn't continued that same sentiment. But yeah, at this point, we're just waiting for structure. We're waiting for things to tell us that we're ready to finally turn around and go lower. So I'm going to keep an eye on that over lunch, guys. I'm going to keep an eye on it, obviously going into PM session, just depending on whenever the setups come. That's when we'll fire away. Give you other charge staying. I didn't know that. Yeah. Just until you're funded, and then you got to pay for it once you're on the live account, like normal. So, but yeah, guys, I will leave it at that. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys later today in the Discord. Have an amazing day, everybody. We will talk soon. All right, guys, just wanted to include this in the video. I was about to upload it to YouTube for AM session. We haven't taken anything on the indices yet. This is the only trade we've taken today. Was on oil, and I already went over the analysis for the trade in the earlier part of this video. Just wanted to add it in here. But yeah, I'm excited to add oil into our tool belt and be looking to execute trades on this somewhat consistently. So yeah, great trade. 1 to 2 are a little over. Full send with no partials in between. So great trade. Nothing on these indices as of yet. We've just been accumulating up here after a nice bullish run for AM session. But yeah, here's the trade of the morning so far, and here's the update of how it ended. So I hope you guys did well today, and if there's anything to update you on later for PM session, I will do so.